So here is the explanation for this production now. But before I talk about the production, I quickly want to talk about this great card mat. I think most of you noticed that. Now this is a great card mat. It is ultra thin, and this was sent to me by a very nice and cool magic shop located in the UK. They are called World of Magic Shop. I'm gonna put the link to their website on the screen now. The website is tricks.co, so it is a very simple and nice quick little name so you can remember it. They have amazing products on their shop, and since they're in the UK, I'm pretty sure most of you will like it. They have a very quick delivery time. I mean, the delivery from the UK to Austria took them around a week, so great delivery, great service. They have the latest products on their website, such as a Revolution, for example, which is one of the most popular tricks at the moment. And it is a great magic shop. They have also a Facebook page called World of Magic Shop, which you can also check out. It is a very nice shop, great service, great owner. He's a very kind person. I talked to him. And if you want to check out this card mat, there are different versions of this card mat. This is a royalty edition. I'm gonna put the link to this card mat and to the website, tricks.co, in the description box below, so you can check them out. And if you want to buy a magic product now, I would really recommend you to check out their website first, because they have really fair prices for their product, and I would consider checking them out before you buy your products from elsewhere. That's been said, let's start with the explanational part for this card production. So here is the explanation for this card production. Now this is actually something I came up accidentally, okay? I was basically doing a move, which was this move over here, okay? Basically pressing on the corner so the corner glides on top of the long edge here and putting it back. It was just a move I was doing, and one time I did it, I accidentally dropped a few cards, okay? I didn't drop them, it flew out of the pack by itself like this one. I tried it again to make it happen one more time. It didn't happen. I tried it again, it didn't happen. So I was trying to find a way to do the same move, but this time I wanted the cards to fly out. So I didn't want it to be accidentally. I wanted it on purpose. And then I found a way of doing it. Okay, so I basically found a way which was very simple, by just catching a break underneath two cards, for example. And when you did the move, this move, all the cards above the break, except for the one you glide on top of the long edge, would fly out, like so, okay? And I tried it with multiple cards, let's say here 4 cards, and all the cards above the break, except for the one that glides on top, would fly out. And that was basically the principle for this card production. And since you know the basic move now, I'm gonna talk about this move here a little bit more detailed. So the move is actually very simple. You hold your deck in this grip, okay, index finger on top, these 3 fingers on the long edge, and your thumb is resting on the other long edge over here. Then your thumb glides on the top edge, on the top corner here, that is nearest to your thumb, and you apply a little bit of pressure, and at the same time you just pull it a little towards the side, towards the edge, and this is automatically gonna cause the card to lift up, so the corner is gonna stay on this long edge over here. Okay, looking something like this. As you can see, the corner is the only part of this card that is kind of touching this long edge over here. Okay? It is very simple, you can try it a few times and you will get it. And then you basically move your thumb back to its original position where the corner would be, and it is aligned with the deck. And this is basically the move you need to do this card production. And the key part of this is to do it as quick as possible, okay? This way. And as you can see, accidentally, I again dropped some cards, does not matter. Okay, so you do this, okay? When you practice it, I would recommend you to catch a break underneath the top card. That way you would prevent the cards from dropping out. And try to do this as quick as possible, okay? And once you can do that, you can basically start to do the card production. But one more time quickly, your thumb, Okay, catch a break first. Your thumb is on the corner. You press on it and at the same time glide it towards the edge, and it is automatically going to lift up on the corner, and then you basically just put your thumb back and it is aligned with the rest of the pack. And once it can do this move, we can go on with the production. So one thing you will notice when you do the card production is going to be this. When you do the move, you will see that the card does not always fly towards your hand. Sometimes it flies into your hand, sometimes it does fly upwards and you can't control it. To be able to control it, there is one second step you have to do, which is not hard at all. You basically take the deck and you turn your wrist. So one long edge is looking towards your table and the other long edge is basically looking towards the ceiling. Okay? And when you do the move now, the card will fly this way into your hand. So if you do it now, let's say catching a break underneath two cards, and if you're in this position now, and if you do the move, the card will fly into your hand. Of course, you first have to learn how to catch the card, but I'm gonna talk about it in a second. I'm just gonna show you the basic move of the production. Okay, let's do it without catching it. So you basically have a break underneath two cards, and if you have a break underneath two cards, just one card will fly out, since one of them will be resting on the edge like so. Okay, so you do it, turn your wrist, do the move, and put it back. And as you can see, the card flies out. One quick tip, when you do the move, don't forget to put this card back to its original position, because sometimes it is hard for you to catch it at the same time and do this move because you forget about it. But if you forget about it, it is gonna kind of look awkward because, I mean, there is one card kind of lifted up, which is kind of giving away the secret, I think. So don't forget to put this card back to its original position like so. Okay, and this is basically the only tip I can give you, which is probably the most important tip. So once you can do that, you are ready to learn the second phase, which is basically catching the card. Now, catching the card is actually not that hard to do. I mean, if you try to shoot the card and just look in which direction the card flies and how strongly, or how, I don't know how you say it, how much the card flies, you can control where you have to position your hand to catch it. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? So you can catch it easily. Okay? I would recommend you to practice this move on it when you're sitting or something like that, because I would really recommend you to do it without your hand first, and this will of course cause the cards to fall on the ground. So if you're on bed or on your couch, try it there so you don't ruin your cards. And once you know where the card flies, you can try to catch it, and once you can do that, you can try to do the same move with multiple cards. So I personally do this card production with either a single card or two cards. You can do it as a 4-card production, which I personally do not use very often. I use a 2-card production very often for sandwich routine, so I produce the 2 red aces, 2 red jacks, jokers, doesn't matter. However, you could even do this move with half of the deck, doing it this way, okay? But of course, you shouldn't do that because there is no point for that. But you could do it. The way you do this is actually the same as a single card production, but instead of catching a break underneath 2 cards, let's say you catch a break underneath 3 cards. Okay, so you would have 3 cards above the break, meaning that 2 cards would fly out. And if you do the move, they will fly out, and you have a 2-card production. There's not much to say about that. The only thing is, when you do this move, I would recommend you to use a new deck, because all the decks would stick together, and this would cause the cards above the break to stick to this card, so they wouldn't fly out. So newer decks are better for this effect, and if you do a 2-card production or something like that, there's also a chance that the cards split when they fly out. It's not very common, but it is possible. So I would really advise you to practice it first before you perform it, so you know how accurate the cards fly out and if they split or not, which deck to use. I use here the Aviator deck, which works pretty well with this card production. And this is, for example, the 2-card production. You can do a 4-card production by catching a break underneath the top 5 cards. You do the move, and you have here a 4-card production. And this is basically it. And that's it. I really hope you perform it and practice it. That's been said. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and comment in the comment section below. That's it. I'll see you next time.